Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yannick from the Produce School and today's the day we're finally releasing Redemption Volume 2. This is the follow-up of Redemption Volume 1 and in this video I will tell you everything about this insane sound library. We spent months of sound designing, tweaking, processing and creating all the sounds for this pack. And it's safe to say that this is the biggest and most powerful bass and tech house pack there is right now. We worked together with some of the best sound designers to create a huge amount of bass shots, presets, vocals and much more, and we're so amazed to see how this project turned out. I can talk a lot about this pack, but it's better to hear the sound yourself. So here's a little preview of the two project files that are in the Redemption Volume 2, and they're both for FL Studio as well as Ableton Live 10.
Smash it, crack, erase it. Break it, smash it, crack, erase it. Break it, break it, break it, break it. Erase it.
Alright, so for this pack we created over 120 presets for Serum and a sound bank containing 40 presets for Vital. Let's take a look at some of the presets for Serum. I'm not going to show you all of them because there are some hidden gems in there, but I will show you some of my favorites. As you can see right here, this is the full list of the presets. Let's start off with some basses. This first bass is an aggressive Reese and sounds like this. You can use this one in your breaks, but it can also work in a drop. And for all the presets, we included macros. With macro 1, for instance, we can destroy the sound or add a filter with macro 2. Bass Belief is a very short and dry but powerful bass. It sounds like this. Bass Damn It is a bass you can hear in a lot of confession style tracks. It's really sharp and it's mostly used as a more kind of lead sound. But anyways, this is how it sounds. Bass Dark Groove actually has a really dark groove. It has a rhythm with LFO 1, which is routed to some elements like the cutoff and FM. And it sounds like this. Bass Double Tap is one of my favorite basses from the pack. Bass Melodic is a Malaa style bass. It's this really typical dark tech house bass. Notorious is a wide kind of dong bass. It works well as a top layer and sounds like this. If we use the macro close, we can make it really short and closed. Bass Robotic is a web sound with a formant filter on it, like here. And it sounds like this. The next one is called Spook and is really dirty. The last bass I'm going to show you is called Terror. This is another really dirty bass shot, which there are a lot of in this pack. It sounds like this. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that there are over 50 basses in this pack, because tech, bass house and G house are mainly focused on the bass. So that's why we put so many basses in this pack, but there are also a lot of leads, FX, synths and plugs, which I will show you now. We went really crazy with the FX. This one is called Bob, and it's a really weird but unique sound. And I think this can work really well with a tech house drop to use it as a sort of start FX. This one is called Laser Bubble. And Ring the Alarm is my favorite FX, works really well in tech house tracks and sounds like this. Now I'm going to show you some of the leads from the pack. This one is called Airwave. Lead alone can be used as a lead or even as a bass if you play lower notes. As lead it sounds like this. But if you play lower notes like C3 or something, then it sounds like this. I really like this Bit Crush macro. Lead cell phone was inspired by Matroda and sounds like this. This one is my favorite lead from the pack. It has a fourth note in it and it goes like this. Lead iron is a metallic stab, as the description says, and sounds like this. Lead nasty is nothing more than nasty, that's all I can say about it actually. It sounds like this. Lead Past was recreated by a track on Confession, but I don't really remember the name of it. It sounds like this. Lead shaking is that tech house vibrato lead, which consists out of two detuned saw waves and sounds like this. I'm going to show you two pads. This first one is called Generate. It has some analog vibes to it and it sounds like this. And then the second pad is called Sect. There are more pads in there, but you have to check that out yourself. So this is pad Sect. Here are some plugs. This one is called Sphere. You can turn it into a string with macro 3, which has string mode, and then it sounds like this. Plug Fluid is a synth vocal plug, but it's made with a wavetable, so not a noise. Plug Get Me is a little bit inspired by the Korg M1 synth organ, and sounds like this. And you can also play it on a lower octave to use it as a bass. For Redemption Volume 2, we not only created presets for Serum, but we also made a sound bank containing 40 presets for a new plugin called Vital. Let's select some random presets. Let's start off with this bass called Crank, because I know for a fact that this one is super sick. And sounds like this. Or this one. Fat Reese bass is definitely a Fat Reese bass, and it sounds like this. Bass Friends was inspired by the track by Tchami, Malaa and DJ Snake, and it sounds like this. Bass hard is also cool. It's this typical bass house wop sound created by FM modulation, and it sounds like this. Bass technology is a tech house bass, which goes like this. This one is also cool. It's called Waste and sounds like this. Let's select a random lead like this one maybe. And this is a thing I really like about Vital, is that creating wavetables with like vocals or something like that is really easy. You just drag them in and it creates a really great wavetable. I think it's maybe even better than Serum does. And this one sounds like so. Let me show you a few plugs. This first one is called Drug and sounds like this. Plug Ground is a really organic plug which you can do easily in Vital with creating inharmonic sounds and using harmonic stretch. It goes like this. And we're already at the last plug I'm going to show you, which is called Line and sounds like this. Okay, now we're on to my favorite part of Redemption Volume 2, and that must definitely be the bass shots. We spent a lot of hours tweaking, processing, and creating those crazy bass shots for you, because it takes a lot of time and skill to create those. But with these samples, you can easily create a really sick bass or tech house track. Let me just show you some of them so you know what they sound like. You can just drag in some bass shots, put in some drums, and then you already got yourselves a really sick bass or tech house drop. I think I forgot to mention that all the sounds are 100% royalty free. So every sample, preset, vocal, or even the project files are 100% royalty free. Let me show you some more samples like drums and effects right now. Let's start off with some long fills. There are 10 long fills and 10 short fills in the pack. This is one of them. Some more short fills. Then there are 20 drum loops in the pack like this one. Or this one. Some drum samples like claps, crashes, heads, kicks, percussion, snares, toms, some effects from the pack like down filters, or up filters and risers like these. And something that we have never done before in our sample packs are creating glitches and scratches. Creating the glitches was really fun to do because it's basically destroying a whole sound to the hell, and then you get a glitch sound like this one. And then we also got some weird effects like laser shots, short sweep, bubble sounds, tick sounds, you name it. Here are a few of them. Grooves are really useful to give your breaks and drop some rhythm. And then finally we got some refills. We also created Addiction Volume 2, which is the follow-up on the first one. And that's a vocal pack with really dope vocal shots and full vocals. Here are some vocal shots. And then some full 100% royalty-free vocals.
Break it, smash it, crack.
To the left, to the right.
This liquor in my cup. I'm going to the club. Break it.
And that were all the elements from Redemption Volume 2. There's actually so much more in it, but then I would have to spend hours recording this video, and that's not the point of it. If you want to check out the full pack and more previews, then go to theproducerschool.com. We're also going to host a track contest with Redemption Volume 2. We got some sick prizes already, but I will let you know everything about that in another video, which is coming probably next week or the week after that. Make sure to drop a comment, because we're going to give away the full Redemption Volume 2 bundle to one person in the comments, and I will announce that winner in the next video as well. We really like the process of creating this pack. It's definitely our best pack we have made so far, and I really hope you guys think that as well. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.